Hi, Mark here. Thursday, March the 19th, 7:53 a.m. Eastern, 11:53 a.m. GMT. US session about to get underway. Let's have a look how the markets are shaping up. Yesterday, strong day in the markets. We had US dollar strengthening, oil strengthening, equities being sold off, gold certainly being sold off, and Bitcoin. Going into the US session today, US dollar index has given up some of those gains from yesterday, unable to maintain the strong run that we saw. Did get to 100 again today, tested that 100. We'll see if that gets retested. If buyers can break above that difficult to break 100 level, or if sellers continue with what we've seen so far and look down at this support level. Support at 99.78, resistance 100.09. Let's have a look at the S&P. We're looking at the futures market. And there you see on the daily chart a succession of lower highs since the beginning of the year, downtrend certainly intact in place, sold off yesterday, the S&P, and continuing that today in the futures trading. I've got support at 6,646. I've got resistance at 6,693, sitting that little bit lower for now. We'll see whether this can be continued, maintained. If we see an inverse relationship between US dollar and equities like we saw yesterday with strong US dollar, weak equities, we'll see how that plays out later in the US session and once Wall Street opens up in an hour and a half. Let's have a look at gold. Very strong sell-off continuing, even that little bit lower. Now let me put my support in at 4,650, an extremely strong sell-off. And you can see where it's sitting right now at this level from February, where after a big sell-off, that is where it closed. Relevant level again that we're looking at. The sell-off has been going on now since the 5,400 high we saw beginning of March. We're now in 19th of March, and we've come all the way down to this 4,650. Is going hand in hand with the inverse relationship, strong US dollar, weak gold. At this point, no demand for gold. Buyers haven't as yet stepped in. Support 4,650. I've got resistance 4,867. Already a strong move for the day. Perhaps average true range may just curtail and stop losses at this level now. We will see buyers do step in, bounce up off this level. Certainly a lot of room on the upside. But downtrend and gold being sold off strongly into the new day. Let's have a look at Brent oil continuing its very, very strong high. You can see today even matched the 9th of March high, which was $119 a barrel. Today we have 118.84. So you can see testing this previous resistance level. Support 110.39, resistance 118.78. Everything figures points towards the buyers trend, sentiment, nervousness in the market, uncertainty, all adding to the push higher that we see. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, after a promising start last week, and into this week, looked like Bitcoin might just break above that 74,000, unable to maintain 3 days now of Bitcoin being sold off, back testing that 70,000. EMAs have crossed to the downside. We'll see whether buyers do choose to step in at this point. Interesting that I had put in the downtrend from the high up here in January, that's at 97, almost 98,000, right down to the $60,000 low, which we saw beginning of February. There's the fight back. The first fib retracement level, the 38.2%, which is at 74.4 thousand, is exactly where buyers got held up. It's where we saw the turnaround fib retracement level, again giving us a good indication of the strength of the retracement of the trend. And in this case, you can see wasn't able to break above this level. We'll now see at the 70,000 where the buyers do step in if we see a demand for Bitcoin, or if this sell-off does continue and sellers look down at the below this 69 and down to the mid 60s again. Good trading, keep that discipline, and I'll see you at the end of day.